I got an AK here. It is clear, just so you guys can see. I've actually never shot an AK. I've owned this for several years. I'm a big AR fan, and I just haven't brought myself to shoot this, so we're going to do that today. It'll just be kind of like a first shots, fun video. My younger brother also brought his SKS, which is arguably the predecessor to the AK-47, so that'll be super cool to kind of do a head-to-head and be able to see the evolution of the technology. This shoots a 7.62 by 39. It is, I believe, imported by Century Arms, but it's made in Romania, AK-47. So we're going to get the mags loaded up and then we'll get some shots down range. So stay tuned, guys. Just want to introduce my younger brother, Kyler. He's going to be showing off his SKS that he's super proud of.
Alright guys, so this is an SKS Yugoslavian, which is considered one of the better makers. You can get a cheap Chinese one and stuff, but we all know how that goes. So this is chambered in 7.62 by 39, just like your modern AK. Can't really do a clear like a regular AK, because when the magazine is empty, the bolt gets locked back. To pull that forward, you got to drop the whole thing by hitting this lever here to allow it to go forward. So if I close that, pull it back, it'll lock, indicating that it's empty. This particular model, I'm left-handed, so sorry. This particular model has the gas redirector, so that, if I wanted to break the law and buy a grenade, I could launch that, which you can see here has the loft for the range for the grenade, which you would just load a dummy round in order to get that pressure to propel it. And then also, which I think is super cool, spring-loaded bayonet on the end there. And then to bring it back down, you just pull it to relieve the tension, and it collapses down on itself. So that's just a quick rundown of the SKS that I purchased.
Let's get it loaded up and shoot them and have some fun. I'm giving Kyler the honor of shooting the AK for the first time. We are just kind of doing a function test. We're doing a function test at this point because we've never shot it before, so we're not really going for like aiming or accuracy or anything. We're just seeing if the first few shots work. So go ahead and take it away, bro. Oh yeah, you gotta put the safety down. There you go. And then rack it. There you go.
Gotcha.
Is it empty?
Yep.
Awesome. So what'd you think?
It was good. Shot good. Wasn't, recoil was fine. Everything seemed to work as intended. For someone who's never shot an AK.
Yeah.
It was pretty smooth. It wasn't rough on the shoulder or anything.
Yeah. How's it compare to your SKS, would you say?
Pretty comparable. I mean, the same caliber. I think my SKS is probably a little heavier.
Yeah.
And also my buttstock has like a thicker rubber pad on the end of it.
So it might be a little bit easier on the shoulder.
I think, yeah, probably a little bit more comfortable to shoot and a little heavier, so it might be a little easier to manage. But overall, pretty similar.
Nice. Yeah, it seemed to function good. It's first shots out of there, so awesome. Well, I'll get some more loaded up, and then I'll take my first shots. Let's go ahead and get my first shots on the AK-47. I'm so excited. Even though I love AR-15s, they're my thing. I'm still excited to shoot the AK, so come on over here. Let's go ahead and shoot it. My younger brother's already shot before, so he knows how it feels. Now I get to know. Oh God. There we go. That just shows how bad I am with the AK, but that's okay. We're learning. All right. You know, I can see why people love the AK-47. It's definitely not going to pull me away from my beloved AR-15, but I'm really happy that I picked one up. And it's always good to know the enemy's platform. So get one, get some training behind it, and that way, if you take some commie bastards out, you can pick up their rifle and go to work. Alright guys, we just shot the AK-47 for the first time. What an experience.
It's great, very similar. I mean, if you have both an AK and a SKS and you shot both, I think you could probably attest to that. Very similar, they function similar. If even just looking at the weapon itself, you can notice certain similarities between both of them. Like the front furniture, very similar. They just replaced the middle section with, you know, metal and everything. But other than that, very similar, which is why, you know, this is basically the grandfather of the AK.
Yeah, I really enjoyed shooting it. I'm glad I picked one up, especially before our draconian gun laws in Washington State. So, but we can get into that another time. But I'm glad I have one in my arsenal, and that way we can get some good training. But so Kyler here, he's gonna show us how to load the SKS. It's definitely different. So with the AK, you've got the detachable mag, and you know you got to come in at an angle, which I did a piss poor job of doing. Oh God. He's going to show us the stripper clip action and all this stuff.
I'm sure in the gun community everyone knows how people they'll say, oh, 30-round clip or, you know, 50-round clip and everything like that.
Magazine.
That magazine, fully enclosed system, spring and everything.
Clip.
Clip, literally
magazine,
is just a
clip. Magazine clip.
Literally just a clip of metal. So
clip. Magazine clip.
So these only hold 10 rounds. There is a little bit of like tension here in these little cutout pieces, so those actually are pressed forward, so as you're loading the rounds will bring that strip of metal back to give tension so that they just don't all pour out anytime you move them. And then they rest there on the guide, and there's the channel that you feed them through in order to have them rest and bring those little springs back. You just take this round, press down a little bit to get that spring depressed, and then you would put the lip of the casing there and then slide it in, and you would just do that until it was full. You have your rifle here. You'll have a feed section that is appropriately shaped just like the end of the clip, and you just take that and you press it down in there until it hits the bottom, and it'll stop. It won't keep going. It'll stop, and then you take your thumb and press it on the very back. If you do the forward, it'll jam up and it won't go in. So you got to press your thumb or whatever appendage you want to use there, and you just press firmly. Sometimes, like this, you just press down. Sometimes you got to kind of give it a little.
There you go.
Bit of slack, and you just press all those down in there, and then you'll pull the clip out, and then you're ready to go.
So we dropped one for Mother Nature. So with the SKS platform, you have to put most of them in the SKS, but then one you allow to drop so Mother Nature can have a little piece.
Give it back to Mother Earth.
You got to give it back to Mother Earth.
Also to note, with clips, there are different brands that are of varying quality. So these ones I actually kind of had to take a metal file and file some things down and adjust the tension. So that's why I was having a little trouble with this one. But you'll find the clips in the batch that you buy that function as they're supposed to and seem to run a lot smoother. And you can kind of set those off to the side as your premium clips for if you actually needed to do anything serious with it other than just, you know, fumbling around with them at the range.
So it sounds like if you're gonna pick yourself up an SKS, you gotta know going into it that there's gonna be a little like fine tuning with the rifle. It's not gonna be a plug and play type thing.
Yeah.
But that's part of the charm of the platform, right?
Yeah.
So
this is one of my more favorite guns that I own.
Nice. All right. Well, now that we got loaded up, what's next? How do we get some shots down range?
So what's next is you'll just crack the bolt. You're loaded up, and the safety is up is safe, down is fire. And because I'm left-handed, how I like to do that is I reach my thumb around drop it down. If you're right-handed, it would just be a mere flick of the thumb with your trigger hand.
All right. Nice. And then the bolt holds open.
Yep, bolt holds open. When you're empty, you just take another clip and slide it in there like we did the first one. If you, for some reason, you needed to have the weapon empty, knowing that there was still ammunition in there, you would just pull this little pad back, which is actually similarly placed and shaped like the magazine release on the AK. You would just pull that back, and that would allow the cover for the magazine well to flip open. This spring here is what keeps the rounds in and feeding upward as the first one, or the one before it is fired. And so you have to drop that, and then you will have a mess because all your ammunition will fall out, but at least your weapon's clear. And then you can bring the bolt back to eject. If you wanted it to stay locked, you would have to close the well and then pull the bolt back, and then it would stay in this position.
Awesome. Thanks for taking the time to show us the SKS. I might try some rounds with it, so let's
absolutely.
get swapped out. And
let's see if Dana can press the clip a little better than I can.
Probably not, but we'll give it a shot. All right, guys, I'm gonna attempt to load the SKS. It may not be pretty, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So it looks like, put that down. I'm gonna use my thumb and do I not have it far enough?
Might not be seated all the way. Oh.
Oh, is it upside down? Oh, there's a right and a wrong way?
Kinda. Yeah,
okay, let's try that. Okay. Come on, baby. Okay. Did I get it?
You gotta press that one in a little bit more.
One from Mother Nature. Okay, are they supposed to be kind of nosed up like that?
I don't think they should. No, you got one that's jacked up.
Okay, I got one jacked up, so I'll
pull back towards you.
Pull back towards me, and then all the rounds go out. Okay. See, I told you it wasn't going to be pretty, guys. Here, maybe I'll just do a few rounds. Can you do a partial one?
Yeah, that's no
Okay,
problem.
I'll just do that. And let's try this again. So which side? This side?
It's because like I was saying earlier, the clips sometimes they're wonky. They're not all the same size. So sometimes there is a good and a bad side on those.
You just fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Hold that! Time out! Time out! No shooting! Okay, first attempt. Never fudged it before. Okay, put it in. Alright, I'm an expert. Watch me carefully. Alright. Okay, and then you've got the rounds in here. And you pull back, ready to go. And the safety down. And here we go. Alright. Alright, we're going to try to show a better example of how to load the SKS and not with Miss Fumble Fingers, but he wants to show the right way, the perfect way to get the SKS loaded. So let's dive down here and see if we can see it close up of amazing loading. Go ahead, Kyler.
Alright, like as Lego Batman made it famous, first try.
Yeah, first try. Nice.
That's pretty much how
Like we didn't
you're
even have to
supposed to do
try.
it. You know, textbook SKS operator.
Yeah. Awesome.
So,
Whose YouTube channel is this? So I just finished shooting the SKS. I shot it like many years ago. I don't remember loading it. I think you loaded it for me and then handed it to me and I shot.
Yeah.
So this was my first time loading the SKS, and Oh man, fumble fingers. I didn't have the method down right or anything. I could definitely see how the detachable magazine is much superior than the magazine that is not detachable in the SKS. That's just my personal thought. That's probably why they evolved the platform. But
definitely loading it on an AK is a lot easier. It's just a better mechanic, and it's an easier motion to make rather than trying to do like fine pressure on one point. You just slap it in there and you're good to go.
yeah.
I am sure that some of you in the comments will crucify us for how poorly we loaded the SKS. So it's just worth noting that they're not, if you buy a low quality clip, which the ones that I brought were, on the cheaper side, because I just wanted to get something to shoot it. When I bought it, you have some that go in easy and some that don't. So I guess it was good that it was depicted in the video, so that you can see that it is worth it to buy a higher quality, clip if you can get your hands on it.
So with the SKS, you wouldn't want to buy a bunch of stripper clips and put it away in the closet, never shoot it, and on a rainy day for war, you pull it out for the first time and think you're going to magically be a whiz at loading it.
Yeah,
that's not the reality.
It definitely takes some practice to get it in there and get the right placement of your thumb and the right pressure. So there is a little bit more fine, motor skills than just putting a magazine in.
The magazine can be a failure point. Sometimes for the manufacturer, it's just a piece of crap and it won't work, and you constantly have issues with that magazine, so you can mark it as, maybe a training mag where you're like, okay, I want to train on failure to feed. Well, this is the mag that I use because it always has a problem. So definitely stock up on those, train with it, mark the ones or toss them away if they're not working. But most important thing is get training, right? Because if I had picked up that SKS in the heat of battle, I would have sucked balls and probably been annihilated. Hold that! Time out! Time out! No shooting! Right? But, I don't have any training on the SKS, so that was expected. So just make sure you guys get out there, even if it's not fancy, crazy training, just manual of arms, learning how to operate the firearms that you have is critical, and then you can build from there. So thank you so much for coming out to the range and getting our first shots on the AK and taking a look in the past at the SKS, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.